Hello everybody and welcome back to the Michigan Insider, Michigan.247sports.com. Another practice report as the Wolverines prepare for Fresno State. I'm Alejandro Zuniga standing outside of Schembechler Hall on a slightly rainy Wednesday afternoon. Apologies if that rain, gets a lot worse. I guess that's worse for me. We talked today to Grant Newsome and Lou Esposito. Grant Newsome, of course, the offensive line coach. Lou Esposito coaching the defensive line as they prepare for the Bulldogs and the season opener on Saturday night, 7:34 p.m. against Fresno State. Let's go ahead and start on the offensive line where there are two remaining position battles to be won. Grant Newsome told us that at left tackle, at left guard, and at right guard, those battles are settled. You're going to have Miles Hinton at left tackle as expected. Josh Preeb, Northwestern transfer, is going to be starting at left guard, and then at right guard, Gio El Hadi, who's been with the program for a while, has made the switch from left to right. That's where he'll be playing this fall and on Saturday. Of course, we've been telling you over at the Michigan Insider, position battles at center and at right tackle are yet to be won. Evan Link is a name we've been monitoring on the right side of the line at right tackle. What we heard from Grant Newsome today, the reason he is competing for that job is he has really transformed his body. He's had a year. He's built himself up. He is a physical specimen, so that is why he is competing for that job. At center, a surprise name that popped up over the last couple of weeks is Dom Jadis. He has, of course, made the transition over from defensive line to offensive line. Grant Newsome said the reason he has become a factor in that position battle is because of how intelligent he is. Of course, the center is sort of the captain of the offensive line. He, along with the quarterback, the center and the quarterback are the only two players who touch the ball on every play. And Dom Jadis apparently has the intelligence, has the voice to be a factor for that center battle. Someone who's not on the offensive line, but who we've heard a lot about over the last couple of weeks, is linebacker transfer from Maryland, Jaishawn Barham. Seems like every single day we are getting more reports from him and how well he's performed in fall camp. Grant Newsome, who's been around for quite some time, took it to the highest level yet. He said that Jaishawn Barham, not only does he think that he could be the best linebacker in the country, but that Barham is potentially the best linebacker he has seen, the most physical player he's seen since he's been here at Michigan. Grant Newsome, of course, has been around the program for a while, both as a player and a coach. Lou Esposito, who came in a few minutes later, said that he expects every single week that Jaishawn Barham will be making plays that make you, the audience, go, ooh. So looking forward to that on Saturday night against Fresno State and beyond. Switching over to Esposito and what we learned about the defensive side of the ball. Wink Martindale maybe raised some eyebrows earlier this week when he said that Mason Graham had been banged up through fall camp. Lou Esposito said yesterday in practice Mason Graham was full go, as he told us yesterday, as we reported on yesterday, but said that Mason was both elite and awesome and made several plays that he wants to cut out that tape and show others as this is exactly what you do on this sort of play. So sounds like he is as good as you want him to be preparing for Fresno State in the season opener. Kenneth Grant is another player who, of course, big things are expected out of him as a defensive tackle. Lou Esposito said that with his improved conditioning, he wants Kenneth Grant to be getting about 40 plays on a week-to-week basis. That would be about the ideal. Said that they expect that defensive tackle rotation to continue much like it did last year. Maybe Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham getting more of the majority of snaps than really the 50-50 share that they were getting last year. But the expectation or the desire is to rotate guys to keep them fresh. To that effect, Rayshawn Benny is a name who will be factoring in this year. He, of course, broke his ankle early in the Rose Bowl last year and has been working back from that injury. He actually told me, I reported over at theMichiganInsider.com, that he was hoping to be 100% for the start of the season. So he, going into fall camp, didn't necessarily expect to be full go all the way through fall camp. We heard from Wink Martindale earlier this week that there are some days where he has to take it a bit easier as he's recovering from the broken bone in his lower leg, again, that broken ankle. But Lou Esposito said today that Rayshawn Benny's doing well. He feels comfortable playing Rayshawn Benny this weekend, so expect to see him as he's returning from that injury that derailed most of his offseason. That being said, Benny being sidelined, especially in spring ball, gave the Wolverines a chance to work on their depth, which again, Esposito hopes we'll see this weekend against Fresno State. That'll do it for this week's episode. From everyone over at 24/7 Sports and the Michigan Insider, I'm Alejandro Zuniga. We'll see you at the Big House on Saturday night.